Okay, today I'll be doing the review on a Logitech G203 Prodigy RGB wired gaming mouse, which you see right here. So I bought this mouse on Amazon about 2 months ago, and I find it to be a pretty good mouse. It's supposed to be a gaming mouse, but I don't just use it for gaming. I use it for pretty much everything on my computer, when I do stuff on my computer, you know. And there's a button right here. You see that button? And there's another button right here on the left, and another button right on the right as well. You can see that, 2 buttons. So the mouse has 5 buttons. So the middle one is for scrolling. You know, it's a wheel mouse. It's a wheel thing. So you use it to scroll when you're using the computer. For example, when you're using an internet browser, you could use it to scroll through the screen like that with the wheel feature. And as for the mouse, as for that button, it just increases the speed of the mouse motion, which you see right there. So right now it's set at 2, which is set at default, which is pretty good, which isn't too fast, it's not too slow, you know, which I like very much. And if you press it again, if you press this button again, it makes it even faster. The motion of the mouse is so fast that it's not really usable. I guess, but some people might like that feature, you know. Some gamers, I guess, it might give them an edge when they play like first-person shooter games. And if I press that button again, well, it's way too fast. See the mouse cursor? So fast, it's really not usable. And that's my opinion on it. And if I press it again, it goes back to number 1. And 1 is too slow. I don't like it. It's really not that fast. It's not fast enough for me. So when I press it again, it goes to number 2. So there's 4 settings when you click on that button. And as for that, the buttons on the side, it's for going, if you're using an internet browser, if you press it, let's say I go here, and I press the left button, I'm sorry, if I press the right button, I go back. So if I press the left button, I go back, right? I go forward. So right is back, and left is forward. Okay, that's what it does. That's what that button does. And when you play a game, you can program that button. You know, you could set the 2 side buttons to for anything you want. You know, you may want to use it to switch weapons. You know, switch it to the next weapon, or the previous weapon, or you could use it to throw a hand grenade or something, or whatever you want, basically. So this is a pretty basic gaming mouse, and I like it a lot better than the Corsair M65, which I have on my other computer. And the problem that I have with that mouse is when I try to press the middle button, it doesn't work all the time. You really have to press it very hard. I think it was just the way that mouse was designed. That middle button on the Corsair M65 is the weakest feature of it. Other than that, it's a pretty good mouse, but I prefer this one. You know, it gives you everything that you need. It's not like a regular mouse, you know, a regular cheap mouse. It's better than that, but it's not really a very high-end mouse either, you know. It's not like $100 mouse. But for what I need it for, it's good enough. It doesn't really feel cheap either, the plastic. It's a pretty good product, I think, for a mouse. It's a good mouse. It's a good value, you know what I mean. And yeah, I didn't really have any problems when I connected it to my KVM, because when I use computers, I always have two computers connected to a single monitor, a single speaker, a single mouse and keyboard, you know. I always have KVMs. I always use two computers. And when I try to use the Corsair M65, I couldn't use the mouse for some reason on the KVM, but for this one, it works pretty good. It works with the KVM. I didn't have any issues with it. And it's not really fancy. It's just, it's a good value. That's all I'm saying. And I really didn't have any complaints about it. Well, one complaint I did have about it is that since the shape of the mouse is, it's just like a plain mouse, sometimes I press the left button by mistake for some reason, just because of the shape of this mouse. It's really easy to press the left button by mistake. Other than that, I don't have any problem with it. It's good for what it was designed for, and at the price point that it was offered as well. Okay, thanks for watching.